Hello and welcome. We're still talking about charges to keep. In our last lesson, we talked about having a charge to keep. Let's examine some more of those charges God gives to us. The first one is found in 1 Corinthians 4:2. We are to stay faithful to the charges he gives us and carry them out when he does. Matthew 25:35 through 37. In these verses, Jesus makes some clear charges. Feed those who are hungry. Don't just give them food to eat, also give them spiritual food. Give those who are thirsty a drink. Here again, don't just give them water, also give them living water by sending them to the fountain that never runs dry. When you see a stranger in need at your door, help them. Hebrews 13:2 is why. If you see someone who is cold, give them a blanket or a coat. Matthew 5:40. If someone you know is sick, visit them either at home or in the hospital. Take them some food. Pray for them to get well. When a person is in jail, visit them. Pray for them. Find out if they know the Lord. Matthew 25:40 through 46 tells us why we need to do these things. Then he tells us what will happen if we do not do them. Deuteronomy 14:28 and 29. We are to make sure widows and orphans are properly cared for. Malachi 3:6 through 12 tells us how to do that. If we don't, then we are robbing God. Very bad idea. John 21:15 to 17. Take a good look at his charge to Peter. Then look at the last two words of verse 19. That's the most important charge of all. Follow me. Another charge is found in the story of the Good Samaritan, Luke 10:30 through 37. The last verse is the most significant for us. Go and do likewise. To feed the hungry, you can do several things. Make sandwiches for the Fort Worth Presbyterian Night Shelter, or go help them pass the sandwiches out. You can also volunteer at a soup kitchen. Another good way is to give to a charity called Project Heifer. With the money they get, they purchase various animals and give them to people in third world countries. For example, they give a family a male and female cow. When their cow has a calf, the family gives it to a neighbor. They also share the milk. Another is the gift of chickens. With those, the family shares the eggs and baby chicks. There's also a charity that gives packets of hybrid seeds to farmers because those seeds are stronger and give a higher yield, so that farmers have some to share at harvest. Another way is by giving water treatment systems so they have clean water. There's this group is also teaches irrigation methods and how to trap rainwater. They also dig wells. Then there's Operation Christmas Shoebox with items for children via Franklin Graham's ministry, or the Salvation Army Angel Tree program. God doesn't just want us to give money. Some of the above take time and careful thought. If you are a dog lover, check into training dogs for the blind or other service projects like helping our wounded warriors. When you give items to the Goodwill store, it helps them train people for jobs. I know because when I worked at their main office here in Fort Worth, a large box of beautiful material came in one day. Several days later, the sewing teacher brought 7 patchwork skirts down to the office and gave them to us who were working there. I still have mine, and every time I wear it, people compliment me on it. And I gladly tell them I got it. Another way is by volunteering for Habitat for Humanity so that people who can't otherwise own a home can have a nice home to raise their family in. Many of those homes go to our wounded warriors. The home not only blesses the family that gets it, it lets them know that people do care. We are also charged to be watchmen. You can stand watch on the city, Psalms 134, 1 and 2, the city wall. You can watch the flocks. You can guard prisoners. I hope you can see that God doesn't just give us charges, He tells us how to keep them. Keeping those charges is just one of the reasons He blesses those who do. Why? Because in many cases, keeping them blesses others, and that's the whole idea. Has He given you a charge to keep? Keep it, and blessings will overflow your cup. The most important charges God gives us are found in Exodus 32 through 12 and Matthew 5:43 through 45 and Matthew 22:37 through 40. Morality can keep us human. When it comes to God, His loyalty never fades away. To tear down strongholds, we need to keep our charges. Why? Because doing so is what makes and keeps us strong in the Lord. Not keeping them makes us weak in every area. It weakens our prayer life so that our prayers are not effective. James 5:16. My team is effective, so you may send your prayer requests to heanswerstwo@gmail.com.